One of the things I love about kind of Harlan Coben's writing, but also the kind of TV shows, is how, I mean, they're so engrossing. You've got this kind of slow kind of unravelling of the truth as it kind of goes. And we kind of, whether you're reading the book or watching the series, you're just desperate when one episode ends just to watch the next one. Was that a kind of similar experience when you kind of get the scripts for this? Is it when you finish one episode, are you just desperate to find out what happens? And is that a bit of a kind of litmus test when you get scripts for shows of this nature, whether how engrossed you are by the kind of story?
Yeah, I think that's a good question, actually. Yeah, I mean, I've always been like that a wee bit, actually. I mean, I remember back in the days of Cold Feet and stuff, I just couldn't wait to see what happened next. And with this Unquestioned, I, of course, then read the book. Did you read the book?
I listened to it.
All right.
Yeah.
And similarly to, I think, what audiences experience when they watch it, as you say, you just cannot wait to keep going and find out more and more. And so, with one of the challenges of this, I suppose, then you look to see if the adaptation of the book meets the kind of lives up to what's in the actual novel, and we were lucky that seems to be the case. So it's quite hard though, because a lot of the time, just because of availability, we were filming out of sequence quite a bit. Like even to this extent where I think we filmed some of like the last episode quite early on. But so it's the challenge is kind of knowing exactly where you are and in what moment you are and need to be in. But
having a good script supervisor.
Yeah, no, exactly. I tell you. Yes, I mean it's very important when you're doing Harlan shows to be able to just look at the script supervisor and go, what have I just done?
Yeah.
What haven't I done yet?
Yeah. No, I mean I think that is the thrill of it, is being, and that's what keeps you as an audience wanting to watch more. You know, obviously nowadays with streaming, you can watch the whole thing in one go, and you go. There's benefit to both, isn't there? If you could only watch it every week, you'd be left on that cliffhanger. But similarly, it's great now where you can just go, oh, one more episode. So yeah, I mean, I was completely enthralled because I just thought I've no idea where this is going.
Yeah, I'm not a binger per se. I don't like watch everything in one go, but I love having the option to carry on if I need to.
Yes.
Yeah, just in case. But interesting because you said you read the novel for this, and obviously you listened to it. Is that whenever you've been in something that is an adaptation of a kind of book, do you have a kind of like a process kind of that exists throughout your career? Or is it on a case by case?
It depends what you're doing, really. I mean, like if I look at some of the serious stuff I did at Celtic Bloody Sunday, I read everything about that because I had to know. Exactly the sequence of events, what happened, all the names of the people that were involved, blah, blah, blah. But then when I did something like The Missing, I was filming that out in Brussels, and there was no book, but for that I very much tried as near as I could, and quite unusually for me, to sort of live the life that character played. So he had all the newspaper articles that his character had about his missing son put up in my apartment, so that you're kind of living it. So I think it just depends, because, you know, job by job.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, with this particular project, just hearing, you just got few more little insights into her character, which even though that may not come across in the script and what's on screen, it helps you sort of, as an actor, I think, to just know those little bits, just to add those little layers in.
Because when you play a kind of private detective and inspector, I mean, can your research be about the real craft, the real people that do it, or because it's a kind of role that's so ingrained in kind of cinematic, the fabric of some of the cinematic sort of storytelling? Do you actually find your reference points are more from other TV shows and other kind of films in playing a role of that nature?
I don't know really. I always go back to the fact that I just have to believe what I'm doing, because I think especially when you have some really dramatic, serious lines to say, you can't do that half-heartedly. You've got to really believe what you're saying. So I don't know about other reference points. I certainly didn't try and copy anybody else. Or
she's such her own. I mean, I've seen it all, and you know, Ruth's fantastic in it, and because you're such your own character. I mean, you know, you really are. But you're right. I mean, you recognise the character as a kind of a woman, sort of PI. I mean, we've seen them before, but yours is so kind of whole and really believable. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Great performance. But these shows have such a kind of commitment to entertainment, and they're really kind of compelling, as we kind of spoke about just before. But you are playing a father who's lost his daughter. I mean, is there a kind of challenging balance to remain true to the kind of entertaining spirit of the show, but at the same time serve that kind of very serious.
Well, you have to
issue.
be. I mean, of course you do. I mean, we're dealing with addiction in it. We're dealing with, kind of mass murder in it. We're dealing with a parent, as you say, kind of, going through the worst experience you can imagine, losing a child disappearing, and sort of blaming yourself and feeling helpless and powerless. So you can only serve the entertainment by being truthful, because otherwise people will go, well, I don't believe it.
But I think that's why it's such great casting with you playing that role, because you do bring all that warmth and compassion as a father to that role, and also the protectiveness. But in the scenes that we had as well, you've got that kind of the little nod to a little bit of a cheeky sort of. There is a tiny little bit of outlet for a bit of comedy.
No, and it's needed. I mean, you need that, because otherwise you couldn't survive.
Yeah.
If every second of every day is just being lost in the despair of the reality of the situation, then you wouldn't get up in the morning. So I think it's quite astute that they do try and inject, bits of character that have always been there, but have been kind of suppressed by what the reality of what's happening.
Yeah, you're playing a role that's kind of in a constant state of grief and panic. So I mean, that must
Not
be,
for the first time.
No, that must be quite an exhausting experience. Do you almost have to like plan a bit of a holiday after a shoot like this?
Yeah, no, I do. No, you do. But I mean, that's the privilege. The privilege of the job has been given the opportunity to do that. I mean, that's why you do it. So it's. I'm never very good at. I never like to think of myself as complaining about a workload like that, because that would be a disservice to the privilege of the job.
And on the subject of private investigators, I'm only interested to know of which characters over the course of your careers would you most trust to hire to sort of help you if you ever needed a private investigator?
Ooh.
Was Robbie Coltrane a private investigator?
Oh, in Cracker?
Yeah. Or was he a police officer?
He was a psychologist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, do you mean the characters that we've played?
Stage, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Over the years to be able to help it. God.
I don't know how to answer that, really.
I don't know, let me think. Probably Murphy. Murphy's Law, though he was a bit, he was quite brutal, but I think he had good insight.
Yeah, I'd always opt for Columbo. Was he a private investigator?
Yes, but you didn't play him.
No.
I didn't
You're
understand the
sort of
question.
missing the point of this, aren't you?
Yeah.
What character have you ever played would you turn to and would think would be the best at helping you? Jesus.
Oh, I see. Oh, Linda in 99.
Nice. That's a great character. But you've both been in such. I mean, you mentioned kind of Cold Feet, and of course it's like Gavin and Stacey. You've been in such huge kind of TV shows. When you get the kind of first episode, the launch of a new series, do you still make a kind of a night of it? Do you kind of sit down to watch it? Do you get sort of friends or family over? Or have you got to a point in your careers where you're quite used to there being the first episode of a show you're in?
I think it's weird because you like today. Now we're going to see it. We've been sent links, so. It's not like you're watching it for the first time when it goes out on TV. It varies. It just depends where you are. I mean, this is going out on New Year's Day, so it depends on where.
Well, I think it's a good
are.
time for it to go out on New Year's Day, because
brilliant.
people are usually in, aren't they?
And it's a real TV night, isn't it, to
Yeah.
stay in on New Year's Day.
It's the perfect day for this.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you had to sort of. So New Year's Day, we're all generally. Sometimes we have sore heads on New Year's Day. We usually don't leave the house. We very much sitting beside and like to just watch the TV all day. That's very much a New Year's Day thing. So as the stars of this show, what takeaway would you recommend we get if you're watching Runaway on the 1st of January? Taking notes
I
here.
think I'm going to go healthy because I think everybody's going to be doing a healthy January, aren't they? So a nice chicken salad with some, a nice variety of salads.
Well, it'll probably be
something
turkey stew or something. It'll be leftovers.
Still?
Yeah.
A week later?
I recommend about 7 pints.
You could do one for every episode.
Yeah.
Sort of a television pub crawl.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say I don't usually start my diet till the first Monday of the new year. Come on, you got to do it January the 1st. Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thanks
Cheers,
a lot.
thank you.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!